Okay, we are doing homework 3.5. Um, Before I start solving, I would like to do a real quick review how we are graphing what we are doing. So let me explain. There are three methods of graphing. First method is when you take, let's say we have y is equal, for example, I'm just taking example, 2x minus 1, okay? I am going by points, let's say. Here is x, here is 0. When x is equal 0, what do I have? 2 times 0 minus 1. It's going to be negative 1, right? So it's going to be negative 1. When x is 1, 2 times 1 minus 1, it's going to be positive 1. Now, when x is 2, so 2 times 2 minus 1, it's going to be positive 3. And let me take 3 points also from negative part of x. X is negative 1. I'm getting negative 1 minus 1. So negative 2, negative 1, it's going to be negative 3. X is negative 2. It's going to be twice negative 2 minus 2, negative 4, and negative 2, negative 6. This is one way. And then based on points, we are graphing 0, x is 0, y is negative 1, 1 point, x is 1, y is also 1. Here is second point, x is 2, y is 3. Anyway, plugging these points, this is negative 1. And then x is negative 1, y is negative 3. And x is negative 2, and y is negative 6. Let's say this is negative 6, and connect the graph. Okay, looks like it should be here. That's the first method, by points. Second method is by slope, when we use y is equal mx plus b. B is your intersection, and intercept, I'm sorry, and m is your slope, okay? Slope, intercept. So let me do the same graph. Y is equal 2x minus 1. So b here is equal negative 1, and slope m is equal, let me put here, this is m, this is b. M is equal 2, right? So in this case, since slope always going to be represented by fraction, because on the top, these 2 is a rise. We call it rise. At the bottom, we have run. I'll explain in a minute. Here we are. So I always start with intercept, where coordinate is going to be 0, negative 1, because this b is a coordinate of y. Okay? When x is equal 0, see? If I plug x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, and y is equal negative 1. So b represents coordinate of y. Okay? So that's why we're going to put x is 0, and y is negative 1. So we start with 0, negative 1. Let's say this is my 0, negative 1. And then see this slope, 2 is my rise. I'm going by 2. 1 and 2, it's getting positive 1, right? Okay, and then positive 1 is running. So positive 1 is my x running this way. Here is positive 1. And this is my second point. I'm going to draw many of them on the graph. This is just a review real quick, and you will see it. So to be able to build the graph based on slope, you always have to have y is equal and so on, blah, blah, blah. All right? And coefficient of x is going to be your slope. And the third method is by points, intercept. Y is equal to x minus 1. by intercept, when x is equal y, how much y will be? When y is equal, x is equal 0, how much y will be? Y will be 0, how much x will be? Let's see, if x is 0, 2 times 0 is 0, y is equal negative 1. Y is equal 0, what do we get? We get 2x minus 1 is equal 0. 2x is equal positive 1. I flip over here. And we divide by 2. And I'm getting x is equal 1/2. So here is 1/2. So coordinate of first point is 0, negative 1. And coordinate of second point is 1/2, comma, 0. Okay? So when we have 2 points, it's plenty to build the graph. Trust me, for linear graph, you don't need 3 points. 2 points is plenty. So 0, negative 1 is this one. And 1/2 and 0 is this one. So 1/2 and 0. And 0, negative 1. And we provide the graph. Okay? So, free methods. This is free. This is 2. And this is 1. Free methods. Each of them has advantage. Which one we use when? Let's say, and I'm going to explain my personal opinion. If I have, let's say, graph y is equal 4x minus, okay, 4x plus 7, you can see 4 and 7, it's difficult to match up, meaning, how to explain? If I would have numbers that they talk to each other, meaning 4, 8, 12, meaning I can divide easily, okay, then I would use the different method. I'm using slope and intercept when I have numbers that they are not easily to communicate, meaning I can divide one on another. And any method can be used. Now let's explain if we have inequality, which is our topic. So let me graph the same y. Let's say I'm going to graph example y greater equal to x minus 1. Okay, so graph is going to be the same. Let me draw it. This is 1/2 and 0. And here is 0, negative 1. So important thing I have to say, you see which signs of inequality we know. Greater equal, less equal, right? And then greater or less, right? Without equal sign. So when we have greater equal or less equal, meaning when equal sign is present, then we are using solid line. When the equal sign is missing, then we are using dashes like this. And here is solid line. Okay, so now how are we going to get the answer? Because in the case of equation, we are getting 1 or 2 answers, right? Or even 3, depends on how many variables we have. But in the case of inequality, it says y is greater or equal to x minus 1. So anything that is greater than 2x minus 1 can be solution, which can be their millionths of point, right? So how do we show on the graph this type of solution? Let me clean this so we can. Okay, so I'm going to take any points on the side to the left. Oops. On the side to the left. And then take some points on the side to the right. whichever side it's gonna be true, that area is gonna be our answer. Let me start from the right one, let's say. So if I take this point, let's say I'm taking this point, what do I have here? Let's say this is gonna be how much? This is gonna be 1 and 2, right? 2, this is 1 for x, and this is -1, right? Okay, I took the point 2 and -1. Let me plug to y is greater or equal to x minus 1. So 2 and -1, y is -1, greater or equal 2 times 2 minus 1. What do we get? Greater or equal, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3. Is this case true? -1 is greater than 3? No, this is false. Which means this side cannot happen to the right, because the solution can be all numbers to the left or all numbers to the right, and the graph itself is like border. Okay, I took some number and on the right side, and it says it's wrong. You can't have it, it doesn't satisfy. Now I am taking to the left side. Let's say I'm taking this one. What is gonna be? This point is -2, yeah, let's say, and this one, 1 and 2, -2, -2, -2, okay, let's do it, -2, -2. So y is -2 and greater or equal 2 times x is also -2 minus 1. I have -2 greater or equal 2 times -2 is -4 minus 1 -5. Is this the case? -2 is greater than -5? Yes. Why? Because let's just remind you, let's say this is my 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, and so on. So the numbers that is located on the left side, it's always going to be smaller than number located on the right side. So here is -2, here is -5. So -5 is less than -2, right? Which means -2 also greater than -5. So this is true case. Which means this side, let me take color, this side that I will shade, it's going to be the right answer. Okay? All right. So this is how it's going to work. Now let's go back to our problem and we start working. What do we have? We have 6x. Let me zoom it. So my intercept, since I have 6x, I'm writing down intercept is going to be 0, right? Or I can go by point. Okay, let me see. Since I have only 6x, I'm going to go by point. So when x is 0, y is going to be 0, right? Since we have equal sign, my line is going to be solid. I'm going to take solid line here. So x is 0, y is 0. At this point, y is 0. At this point, I can take any other number. X is 1, y is 6, right? So let me see. This is my 6. This is my 1. Yes? Let me zoom. Yes, 1 and 6. That is correct. So now I'm going to shade it. It says y greater than 6x. So what point I'm going to take? I'm going to take, let's say, let me take this point. This point. X is 3, y is 6, right? No, I don't need this. All objects, no, I'm going to put delete. Deleting only selected object. Clear, it cleans everything. So when I put 3, my y was 6, right? So let's figure it out. We have y is equal, greater equal 6x, right? So when we took x was 3, y was 6. Let's plug in. Y is 6, greater equal 6 times 3. 6 times, so 6 greater equal 6 times 3, 18. So it's false, right? 6 cannot be equal, greater equal 18. Okay, so that was left side, we checked. Now right side, let's say take left side. What can I take? For example, I'm going to take 3, negative 3 and 6, taking this point, negative 3 and 6. So negative 3 and 6. So 6 is my y. Always remember, first comes x, second comes y. First comes x, second comes y. It's nailed the position. So 6 is greater equal than 6 times negative 3. I get 6 greater equal negative 18. Bingo, it's true. Okay, let's plug in. Meaning, this is I'm going to clear this. I cleaned everything. I told you use delete and I used clear myself. That's all right. I can build it again. 0, 0, and then 1 and 6. Here it is. Okay. Now, we discovered that the left side is true. I'm going to take color bucket and paint it. All right, so this is my solution. Save it. Checking. Bingo. Next question. What do we have here? 4x minus 5y greater than 2. Okay? 4x minus 5y greater equal, did I put right? 20, greater than 20, okay. There is no equal, greater than 20. Now, this is what, here I would use by a point, intercept. Because I have 4, 5, and 20. 20 divisible by 5, 20 divisible by 4. So it's easier to build by intercept. Meaning, when x is equal 0, what do I get? Negative 5y greater than 20. And when I divide by negative 5, this sign also flips because it's negative. I divide by negative. And negative, when division by negative sign, flip the sign also, divided by negative 5. And I'm getting, this is gone, I'm getting y is less than negative 4. So I'm getting 0, negative 4. That's the first point. Now, second point, y is equal 0. We are getting 4x greater than 20. And it's getting divided by 4. I'm getting x is greater than 5. So it's going to be x is 5, y is 0. All right? So 2 points. We can build the graph 0, negative 4, 5, comma 0. So I'm taking dashes because equal sign is missing. I just have greater, so I'm going to use dashes. Here, right next to bucket is solid line, and below is dashes. So 0, negative 4. X is 0, y is negative 4. Here is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it is. Line and then dash. And the other one was how much? Let me see one more time. 5 and 0, okay? 5 and 0. No, it's gonna go here is 5 and 0. No. Here is 5 and 0. Right? Oh, this is 4. It should be, no, -4. And I got dashes. Okay, let's now figure out, we had which area we are going to shade, right or left. So let's see. Here I have this graph. Okay. Let's say I'm taking this point. This is -4. This is 5, right? 0, -4. This is 5 and 0. If I take point here, let's say this is 6 by x, and this is -5, for example. Let's see if I'm going to get, it's going to be true or not true. So 4 times x means it's going to be 4 times 6, because I get here 6, 0, right? It's x. And -5 is going to be 0, -5, right? Because it's y. 4 times 6 minus 5 times y, -5, and it's greater than 20. Let's see if this is true. 4 times 6 is 24. -5 times -5 is positive 25. It's definitely going to be great, right? Positive and positive, it's going to be true case. Which means I'm going to shade this side. Yes, because it's the case is true. All right, let's take bucket, shade it here, save it. Gone. Fantastic. Next one. Okay, 8x minus 9 minus y less equal 9. So 9 and 8, it's kind of, they don't divide by each other. So I'm going to go by slope, this one. 8x minus 9 minus y less equal 9. Eight. Oh. Yes. Okay, so let's graph it. I'm going to use this format. Y is equal mx plus y slope. Here. Slope and intercept. Let's do it. So first of all, I have to write down in the format y is equal mx plus b. So how much is my y here? If I move y on this side, it's going to be y. 8x minus 9 is less equal y. Or I can represent this way, y is greater equal 8x minus 9. In inequalities, when you are flipping, let's say one side, 8x minus 9, I moved on the other side, and y I moved. So I swapped both sides. I'm switching the symbol also. Just like, for example, if 5 is less than 6, that means 6 is greater than 5, right? Such example. Okay. So now, this is my slope. 8 is my slope coefficient. 9 is my intercept. Yes? Okay. So we start with intercept. 8x minus 9. Let's see. I'm going to do straight here. It's going to be minus 9. I start with 8x minus 9. I'm starting with minus 9 with intercept. Where is my minus 9? Here it is. And 8x, meaning 8 over 1. Slope we always represent as a fraction. Remember, since we have whole number 8 then my denominator, I'm going to put 1, 8 over 1, which means it's going to be 8 over 1, which means slope is equal 8 over 1. This is rise. This is run. So let's do it. Rising by 8. No. By 8, I'm coming to negative 1, and then positive 1. This is going to be my case. Now let's check which one is going to be, which side is going to be. Okay? So, negative 1, 9, it's coming to negative 8. Let's say this side type. All right, let's take such a problem here, such point. What do I have? For example, this is 5, and this one is going to be how much? Well, it's not going to be negative, definitely. Oh, it's going to be negative what? Let's assume negative 10. Okay, well, it's not proportional, but whatever, negative 10. So my y is, I'm typing negative 10 greater or equal 8 times 5 minus 9. Is this a true case? No. Negative 10 greater or equal 40 minus 9, 31. So it's false. Evidently, this one is going to be case. This side. I'm taking this point. So this is going to be what? Positive, let's say. What was that? 1. This is 1. No, this is not 1. But whatever. It's on level of 1. Okay, we take as a 1. And this is going to be positive. What do we get? This, let's say 8. 1 and 8. Okay. It doesn't matter the number, because one way or another it's going to show you inequality, correct inequality or not. You can take more precise coordinate because you are doing on graphing point. So I said 8 and 1, which means it's going to be 1 and 8 coordinate. If my y is 8, greater or equal 8 times 1 minus 9. I get 8 greater or equal negative 1, right? This is true. So I'm shading this area. Going back. So where is my bucket? Shading here, saving, and checking. What is wrong? Ah, equal sign there. I didn't pay attention. Okay, let's see how I'm going to fix it. So I'm clicking here. Okay, I put in edit mode, and then click a solid line next to bucket. There we go. Got it. And it's correct. Next question. Y is less than 4x minus 1. It's going to be easier. I'm going to do again by slope and intercept. 4x minus 1. My minus 1, wait, it was less equal, equal sign is missing, so it's going to go dashes, okay? 4x minus 1. I'm taking dashes. This is minus 1. 4 is slope, so I'm going up by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm coming to 3, and then 1. There we go. Now let's check 4x minus 1. I'm going to take on the right side. Let's say if I take this point 2 and positive 3. Let me see. Point here. I clicked on point. That's next to parabola. 2 and positive this one. Okay, no. I need to take somewhere else. Let me see. How can I clean it? I don't think I can. Oh. Delete. Delete this object, yes. Turned out it's doing a circle. Let me see. I'm taking point here, positive 4 and positive 4, right here. Positive 4, positive 4. Taking this point. So we have 4x minus 1. So x is, okay, well, 4 and 4, it's going to be confusing. Let me move. I'm going to take coordinate 6 and 1 here. 6 and 1. Okay, let's go here, do it. So we have y is less than 4x minus 1. 6 and 1. So it's going to be 1 less than 4 times 6 is 24 minus 1. Okay, that's true. 1 less than 23. So true, which means we are going to shade on the right side. Taking bucket, shading here. Checking. All right. Well done. Next. Number 5. Okay, number 5, I'm not going to do drafting. We just do it right away because it's easy. 1 over, what is it? 1 over 6, less than 1, negative 1 over 6. Okay. When you have negative 1 over 6, okay, I have no choice. I have to go back. Negative 1 over 6x, and our y is less. Okay, less. I need to explain this. Okay, negative 1 over 6. When this is our slope, right? Negative 1 over 6. 1 over 6 is this fractional line, meaning division. You can write down like this, or you can write down like this. When you have negative sign, you can write down negative 1 over 6, or you can write down 1 over negative 6, or you can write down negative 1 over 6. Which way you want to take it, it's entirely up to you. Let's take this one, this time this one. Negative 1 over 6, which means, what am I going to do now? Since my intercept is missing 0, so I'm taking 0, and I'm taking dashes because equal sign is missing, 0. And then negative 1, I'm going down by negative 1, and then positive 6. There we go. Okay? Well, now let's check which point is, which way it's we're gonna shade, on the top or at the bottom. So let's see, I am taking, for example, what point is gonna be? This point, negative 4 and 5. Negative 4 and 5, okay. No, 5 and negative 4, okay. 5 and negative 4. We are getting, my y is negative 4 less than negative 1 over 6 times 5. So I'm getting negative 4 greater than negative 5 over 6. Okay, negative 5 over 6 is less than 1, right? So it's going to get close to negative 5 over 6. And negative 4 is somewhere here. So number, for negative numbers, number to the left, it's going to be smaller than number to the right. So which means it's a true case. So I'm going to shade. Let me clean this. It's not, it doesn't want to. There we go. I activate it, edit it. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Did I lose it? I think I lost it. Let me see. I think I lost it. Now I lost it completely. Guys, my math lab shut down on me all of a sudden. Therefore, I'll just show here because I can't restore the same problem. It's going to be different and not to do same thing over twice. So I'm just going to draw it and show here. We are going to shade. Our graph was something like this, right? X is 0, y is 0, and then minus 1 and positive 6. Coming here, positive 6. Yes. And because equal sign is missing, we are going by dashes. I'll just show here. And we decided that this side is going to be our solution because we got less. It's 5 and negative 4, right? We got 5 and negative 4. So this side is going to be our solution. Okay. Going back to number 7. So what do we have? Let me take the picture of this problem so I can write down. Okay. We have 5x plus 2y. Oh, it disappeared. 5x plus 2y minus 18. It's going to be, that's number 6 or number 7? Oh, I'm doing number 7. Okay, I missed number 6. Well, that's fine. I'll do number 7 and then come back to number 6, okay? All right. You know what? Let's go back and do in order. That's all right. We do in order. We are doing number 6. We stopped at number 5. Now we are doing number 6. Session has expired due to inactivity. Great. Okay. Number 5. And then number 6. There we go. We have x greater equals 6. It's very easy. We'll do it and we move on. X is greater equal. When we have x is greater equal only 6, so we are taking, and because it's equal, I'm taking solid line. This is my 6, right? And it's going to be straight. There we go. Okay? Now we need to check right or left. So x is greater. It's this time we don't need to plug any numbers because it says x is greater than 6. So everything that is greater than 6, and obviously greater than 6 is going to be this side, right? Okay. So that was the easy one. And from here we are moving to number 7. Let's see. Let me take a picture. And I have, you can write down also if you want, negative 6x plus 5y plus 20 is less equal 0. So let me write down. I have, see, I told you it changed right away. Negative 6x plus 5y plus 20 less equal 0. Okay, let's solve it. So how I'm going to solve this type of problem? So say I have 6, 5, 20. 20 is divisible by 5, but 20 is not divisible by 6. So I'm going to choose the method of slope and intercept. So I need to find y from here. Let's see, I'm getting 5y is less equal positive 6x and minus 20, right? And then to get y, I have to divide by 5. Divide by 5, divide by 5. This is gone, let's see, and we are getting y is less equal 6 over 5x and minus 4. All right, so let's start building this graph. I have 6 over 5x minus 4. You can write down so you can easier follow how I am building the graph. So I'm starting with negative 4 because it's our intercept. So since we have equal sign, it's going to be solid line, negative 4. Okay, and then I have 6 over 5. I'm going to up by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I reached 2 on y. And then going to 5. There we go. Okay, and we need to have less. So if you test it, the points, let's say I'm taking point x is 5. Let me see, x is 5. And when x is 5, I'm getting negative 3. So y is negative 3, x is 5. Let's see if I get negative 3 less than 6 over 5 times 5 minus 4. So 6 over 5 times x, let's do it here. So I have 5 and negative 3, right? So it's going to be negative 3 less equal 6 over 5 times 5 minus 4. This 5 with 5 is canceling. Negative 3 is less equal 2, which is the case, which is true. So I'm going to shade below the graph and where my point is. There we go. Saving, checking. We are good. Nice work. Number 8. We are doing number 8. What do we have? Y is less than negative 3. That's very easy. Now y is less than negative 3. Since we don't have equal sign. Oh, yeah, we do have, right? Yeah, we do have negative 3. Okay. So I'm taking solid line. This is negative 3. Y is negative 3. And then I'm providing anywhere on the line, because it's going to be horizontal line, anywhere you pick just to fix horizontal line. Okay, I have it. Now, it says y is greater than negative 6. Greater, meaning we are shading here, right? This is where it's greater, correct? Okay. Very good. Number 9. So what do I have with number 9? Let me see. Four x greater equal negative 3. All right, let's work on it. Free y. Okay, how I'm going to work on this? Very easy. I need to, it's most likely I'm going to use slope and intercept. So for that reason, I need to write down how much y is. Or I can do by points also. Let's see. So if 4x greater than negative 3y, that means negative 3y is less equal than 4x, right? Remind you again. If 6 is greater than 5, that means 5 is less than 6, right? Okay, same way is here. So what am I going to do? Get from here y. Or I can take 2 points. That's absolutely all right. Let's do this one by points. When my x is 0, y is going to be 0 also, right? Free y less equal 4 times x. So this is what I will get. Negative 3y. It's going to be less equal 0 times 4. 4 times 0, okay. Let me get bigger. Negative 3y less equal 4 times 0. Okay. So it will be negative 3y less equal 0, right? So once we divide by negative 3, sign is going to flip, right? It's going to be y is greater or equal 0. So when x is 0, y is 0 also. Next, taking point 1, I'm getting, this was 0, 0. Okay. Point 1, let me see, negative 3y less equal 4x. If I am taking x is 1, I'm getting negative 3y less equal 4 times 1. From here, negative 3y is less equal 4. Looks like it's going to be difficult to divide by 3. Okay, I'm going to take 3. I'm going to take 3. You will see why. Okay, I'm getting 4 times 3. And this is going to be 12. See, now 12 can be divisible by 3. So once I divide by negative 3, and because I'm dividing by negative number, this is also going to flip. And I'm getting y is greater or equal negative 4, right? So 2 points. One is 0, 0. And the other one is going to be 3 and negative 4. 0, 0, 3 and negative 4. Let's build it. So it's going to be solid line. 3 and negative 4. Well, I didn't want to build this. 3 and negative 4. 1 point is here. And the other one is 0, 0. So it's going to go through 0, 0. Okay. Now we decide which way we're going to shade. Okay, let me see. I'm going to take this point. I'm going to take point point 2 and negative 5. So 2 and negative 5. Oops. So negative 3y less equal 4x. Negative 3 times negative 5. Less equal 4 times 2. It's going to be 15 less equal 8. Hold on. Negative 3y is less equal, okay, 4x. 1 second. I was checking. Did I have 4x greater than 3y? 1 second, let me check. Let me save it. Yes, I had greater than, okay. So be careful, you can have less. You just follow the line. So 15 is less equal 8, which is false. Which automatically means it's going to be the other way, right? I would say. If, which one we got? The point was 2 and negative 5. So, let me delete this. Okay, 2 and negative 5. It was on the right side, right? Hold on. Yeah, which means it's going to be left side under the graph. This is going to be the answer. All right? What is wrong? Let me double check. We took 2 and negative 5. I'm sorry. See, 2 and negative 5, it was falling on below. All right? I'm highlighting the buckets and delete it. Okay, it should be here, this side. Okay, and there we go. What do we have? Number 10 now. Well, it's gonna be same way, 6y less equal negative 7. So you can use the previous problem with the only difference is that you don't have to flip anything. 6y it's already on this side, right? Let me see. 6y. All right, let me do it real quick. Six y less than negative 7x, which means when x is 0, y is also going to, every time when you don't have any intercept, meaning available term, it's going to go through 0. There is no other way. So we mark here 0. Now I'm taking, let's say, x is what? How much? 4, 5, 6 times. I'm taking x is equal 6, which means, so I have 6y less equal negative 7x. If my x is, I'm taking 6, it's going to be 6y less equal negative 7 times 6, which is going to be 6y less equal negative 42. Once we divide by 6, now since I'm dividing by positive, I'm not flipping anything, and my y, it's going to be equal negative 7. Oops. Less equal negative 7. Right? So which means when x is 6, y is negative 7. This is my y. 6 and negative 7. So six and negative 7. There we go. Saving. And if you test it, it's going to be this side. You already know how to test, right? What is it? Okay, let's double check. 6y less equal negative 7x. Okay, let's double check. I'm going to clear this. Highlight and then delete. Okay, so which point we're gonna take? Let me take this point. Since this side I shaded, it says wrong, I'm taking point on this side. It's gonna be, let's say, 2 and negative 4. I'm taking this way, 2 and negative 4. All right, let me delete this. Okay, 2 and negative 4, 6 times Negative 4 less equal negative 7 times 2. Negative 24 less equal negative 14. Absolutely true. Okay, we are shading the opposite direction. Okay, saving. What is this? Could it be my graph going wrong? So we got next point 6 and negative 7. Okay, now I have here already. Here is the calculation. Once I plugged 6, I got here y is less than negative 7. And as you can see here, we don't flip the sign because I'm dividing by positive number, right? Okay, and here I checked, I took the points, next x is, let me see, 2 and negative 4. I took the points 2 and negative 4. And I got the true case. So let's see where is 2 and negative 4. Where is my 2 and negative 4 point? And whatever side I took it, 2 and negative 4. I took it on this side. So, and it came true, which means this is true. Okay. What is wrong? Did I put dash? Is it equal, equal sign. Okay. Well, you put solid. It's an equal sign. I didn't pay attention. All right. We are good. And moving to the last one. What do they have for the last problem? Negative 7x plus 2y greater or equal negative 5. Let me write down or take a picture of this one so we can solve. All right. What numbers I have here? Negative 7x plus 2y greater than negative 5. Well, look at now numbers, coefficient 7, 2, negative 5, so they can't you can't divide by each other anyhow, so I'm going to use slope and intercept, okay? For slope and intercept, I'm going to use simplify, get y. 2y is greater than 7x minus 5, okay, dividing by 2. This is gone, and I'm getting y is greater than 7 over 2x and minus 5 over 2. This is going to be disaster, 5 over 2. I need to find, to be able to draw 2.5, because 5 over 2 is a 2.5, right? Okay, let's see. Maybe the graphing paper will allow us. And I have to start with 5 over 2. That's 2.5. Wow. Oh yes, very good. We need negative 2.5. So okay, the graphing paper allow us here 2.5, and 7 over 2 is my slope. So I'm coming up by 7. So 1, 2. Let me see. Negative 2.5 and plus 7. So meaning 7 minus 2 is 5, 4.5. So we're going to four and a half, and then 2, right? No, 2 is here. There we go. So Okay. So negative 2.5 plus 7. 7 minus 2 is 5, minus half is 4 and 5, and 4.5, and here is our graph. Now I'm going to make it dashes because equal sign is missing this time. And now let's check which way it's gonna be shaded area. So which point we are taking? Let's take the point first. I'm going to take positive 2, let me see, and negative, positive 2 and negative 2, this area, okay. Positive 2 and negative 2, that's fine. Okay, so 2 and negative 2. So negative 2 is greater than 7 over 2 times 2 minus 5 over 2. This 2 and 2 is gone, which is negative 2 greater than 7 minus 5 and a half is a 2 and a half, right? It's going to be negative 2 greater than 4 and a half, which is false, which means the other side is going to be the answer. So since I took on the right side, now the answer is going to go automatically to this side. Because graph is splitting on one side and another side. If it's not first one, then the second one. Okay? All right. So that's all. And we move to next homework. Okie dokie.